Welcome to another Omega Strikers video, and this one is going to be a pretty quick one. We're just going to be going over the newly added Micropatch, which just dropped a few hours ago. And yeah, it's going to cover some buffs and nerfs for some characters, along with some gear and awakenings. But yeah, if you guys want to see more Omega Strikers content from me in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel, helps out a ton. But with that said, let's get right into it. Alright, starting off, we have a nerf to Aimi, and that is a damage reduction on her primary, including a knockback reduction on the core and against players, and also an adjustment on the missile hitbox. So yeah, I know in the past that they tried targeting some nerfs towards Aimi goalie, and I don't know, personally, every time I get one on my team, it just never seems to pan out that well. I always just have way more success with other goalies being in the forefront for that, but apparently is doing really well. I still haven't seen it personally, despite playing the game for how long now. But yeah, some damage nerfs to Aimi's primary. Next up is Asher. So yeah, Asher got a little rework not that long ago, and to me she still feels fine. She still feels like she could just take over games in my case, but yeah, I'm not going to be complaining here because she is getting a buff, a 2-second cooldown reduction on her secondary, so that should be nice. Next up is Juliet, the Brawler. So in high levels of play, she's just taking over, apparently. She's just like all kinds of, just a menace to deal with. So the way that they're handling that, they are nerfing her secondary, which is going to be a 2-second increase, excuse me, and then also a primary nerf on damage. So, and on top of that, a core knockback reduction. So yeah, Julia's getting hit with not one but 2 nerfs. I'm still sure she's gonna be fine. All right, moving on. Octavia. So Octavia, I feel, has gotten nerfed, like what, the last 2 patches or so, something like that. And a lot of people are complaining that it's like it's overdone. They nerfed her too fast, and it looks like they're reeling it back a little bit, and they're giving her some more speed, 5% speed increase, the starting speed, and the duration is getting increased slightly to 2 seconds to 2.25. So hey, it's something. I know a lot of Octavia mains were very upset, but this should bring them back to the forefront for how she was, especially during release. I agree. She was crazy, especially with the right awakenings and all that. Alright, that's it for the buffs and nerfs for the characters. Moving on, we will go over the gear and awakenings. So yeah, they wound up adding some new awakenings and all that stuff recently. So they are adding them to quick play, so hey, get the experience in there. Next up is Vicious Vambrace. So Vicious Vambrace is getting a pretty big buff. Stagger restore percent of damage dealt is going from 30 to 40%, a 10% increase, and this is making it more and more enticing to take in a lot more situations compared to like, oh, I'm just gonna revert to like Siphoning Wand, which is down here. We'll get to it in a little bit. But yeah, I do like that things are getting buffed that aren't taken that much, at least in my experiences and people that I've talked to. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Next up, specialized training, extra damage and healing for specials from 50% to 55%, so 5% buff. And yeah, Siphoning Wand, unfortunately, it is getting nerfed again. It was at 5% if I remember right, not that long ago, and then we got hit with the 1% nerf, so it turned out to be 4, and they're nerfing it again to 3.5. So it's slowly getting worse and worse and worse to the point where we got to look at these other options, and depending on the character that we're playing and who we're up against, might not just default to Siphoning Wand every time. I know that was the case with like Zentaro, playing Zentaro forward, always taking Siphoning Wand, so might have to think about different scenarios and situations. Built Different is getting a nerf. Impact abilities hit 50% harder. That's what it was, and is getting tuned down to 10%. So 5% there, and of course 1% nerf on the core. And yeah, last up is Fire Up. The new energy awakenings landed well, but Fire Up was a bit problematic. When stacked with allies, we're reducing the amount. Okay, so it's getting a 15% nerf. Yo, Okay, they're hitting us with some big numbers in terms of the Gear and Awakenings, from the 10% there, and then of course here a 50% nerf energy share for allies. So yeah, that one was definitely needed though. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna get, especially once we work towards the next big major patch. That should be some juicy stuff when we get there. But for now, we just gotta settle with the micro patches and roll with the punches with the buffs and nerfs. But that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, hope you all take care. Peace, peace.